Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 3 tips for bigger triceps. Before I start, I'm going to flex a little bit, show you my physique. That's my proof, my evidence that I know what I'm talking about. Because I was able to build that physique. So you should be listening to me. Okay, let's start. So, 3 tips for bigger triceps. All of you want bigger arms, so triceps is going to be very important to really focus on for just having like massive arms. I personally, I started focusing on my triceps a lot more now, and I'm going to give you the 3 tips that I'm personally using. So, tip number 1 is going to be always do more than one exercise for your triceps. So I would say at least 2, but more is probably going to be a little bit better. Now, if you only have limited gym equipment, don't worry about that. I'm training at my home gym, so I'm very limited with my training equipment. So I only have like barbells, dumbbells, I don't have the fancy machines, stuff like that. So you can build massive arms, massive triceps with limited equipment. So I would say it's a very good idea to focus on the barbell overhead extension, the dumbbell overhead extension. Now each exercise has its benefits, a unique range of motion for example. For me, the dumbbell overhead extension is very strict muscle building movement. The barbell overhead extension is, the range of motion is a little bit different, it's very unique, and I can lift more weight. So that's why I do both exercises. I don't limit myself to only one exercise, I prefer to do more. Now I do them standing. Seated or standing is going to be the same, I don't use any momentum. Now the lying variation of the exercises, you can do them too. I would say that might count, so that might count as a different exercise, but you can actually just use a wider or more narrow grip. That's what I personally do on the barbell for example, but you can do a lying dumbbell extension instead. So focus on more exercises, it's very helpful. Now you can do the close grip bench press too, but I'm a bigger fan of, that's why I said don't limit yourself by doing only 1 or 2 exercises. Do more so you can do the close grip bench press. But now I'm going to explain what just listen to me. Okay, so tip number 2. Don't just train your triceps after chest. Having like an arm day is going to be very helpful, because you can actually on your chest and triceps day you can do that. You can finish with some isolation exercises like the dumbbell overhead extension, the barbell overhead extension, but on your arm day it's a very good idea to have an arm day. You can do some close grip bench pressing and finish with some isolation exercises, or start with isolation exercises, that's what I do, and then finish with some close grip, finish with the close grip bench press. It's a very good idea. Don't just the reason why you need an arm day is because you're going to be training your triceps fresh. When you start with another muscle group like the chest for example, you're already fatigued after your chest workout, so your triceps, you're probably not going to recruit the per threshold muscle fibers, and these muscle fibers, they have the size potential. These muscle fibers, usually, these muscle fibers are the only fibers that actually grow when you have decent amount of muscle mass already. So if you're past the novice phase, these muscle fibers are the only fibers that are capable of just growth. So that's why I'm not a fan of junk volume. So tip number 3 is going to be focus on training very hard with performing the 4-inch motion. That's going to be very important. A lot of people don't really train these exercises with good form. They use momentum, they cheat in order to lift more weight. That doesn't really build muscle, to be honest, and leads to injuries. And it's a very good idea to use very strict good form, close to perfect form, because when you do that you'll be forced to use a lighter weight, and the lighter weight is going to be easier on your tendons. And you need to be training hard. Make sure that try to get very close to failure. It's not necessary to train to failure, but it's a very good idea to be very close. I would say the perfect scenario is going to be leave 0 reps in reserve. You probably know that the next step is going to be a failed rep. That's what I mean. Obviously that's very hard to know, so you can take the sets to failure on the isolation exercises, but again, I'm not a fan. It might lead to injury, so that's why I just do limit sets instead. Let's finish the video with some flexing. You can contact me on my email or my Instagram for custom training programs or online personal training or just anything you want. And thanks for watching.